What if I told you that one of the world's biggest stars, Bruno Mars, just staged a concert so secretive, so locked down, that even his most loyal fans walked in with excitement, but also with fear? Imagine being at a Bruno Mars show, lights blazing, the stage glowing, the crowd screaming, but suddenly realizing you've entered a place where your phone means nothing, where you are cut off from the world, and where every single move of Bruno Mars has been deliberately hidden from the outside. No videos, no photos, no leaks, nothing. Why would Bruno Mars risk everything by banning phones and locking down an entire venue like Dolby Live? What was he hiding? And most importantly, what was he preparing? Stay with me, because the truth behind this mysterious Bruno Mars concert is far more shocking than anyone expected. Before we dive in, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, drop a like, share this video with your friends, and comment your thoughts down below, because what you're about to hear is something that might change the way you see Bruno Mars forever. Las Vegas has seen everything: the neon lights, the biggest residencies, the most spectacular shows in the history of entertainment. But on that night, when Bruno Mars took the stage at Dolby Live, the city felt different. Something wasn't normal. Fans had already been buzzing online. Tickets were impossible to get. Security was rumored to be tighter than ever. And whispers spread that Bruno Mars was preparing something groundbreaking, something that no one could be allowed to record. And sure enough, when fans arrived at Dolby Live, their suspicions were confirmed. Security lines stretched longer than usual, with guards collecting phones, cameras, and even smartwatches. Everyone had to lock their devices into sealed pouches, completely cutting them off from the outside world. No texts, no calls, no social media. The doors closed, and Dolby Live became something else entirely. A vault, a locked chamber, and at the center of that chamber stood Bruno Mars. Why would Bruno Mars go to such extreme lengths? The answer isn't simple. Bruno Mars has always been more than just a singer. He's an architect of experiences, a perfectionist who wants every sound, every light, every step on stage to feel flawless. But this wasn't just about control. This wasn't just about keeping the show private. According to insiders, Bruno Mars was testing something new, something he wasn't ready for the world to see just yet. Some say it was new music, others whisper about a secret collaboration, and some believe Bruno Mars was preparing a performance so radical that leaking even a second of it would ruin everything. Think about it. In an era where everything is filmed, where concerts are streamed live on TikTok before they're even finished, Bruno Mars wanted to do the unthinkable: create a space where nothing escaped. A show that lived only in the memory of those who were there. A night that could never be replayed, never be leaked, never be stolen. At first, many fans were frustrated. Imagine waiting months, spending hundreds or even thousands of dollars to see Bruno Mars, and then being told you can't even take a single picture. Some argued, some pleaded, some even considered leaving. But then the lights went down, and when Bruno Mars stepped onto that stage, wearing a tailored suit that shimmered under the spotlights, all doubts vanished. From the very first note, it was clear. This wasn't a normal Bruno Mars concert. His voice cut through the silence with raw power. His band, the Hooligans, played tighter than ever before. And the energy, it wasn't just electric, it was dangerous. It felt like Bruno Mars was holding something back, as if he was letting the crowd in on a secret that no one else in the world could know. Those who were there said it felt surreal. Every song, every transition, every dance step carried a weight, like it was leading towards something bigger. And yet, the audience couldn't capture it. They couldn't share it. The only proof that this night even happened was in their memories. But here's where it gets even more shocking. According to multiple reports, Bruno Mars wasn't just performing his usual hits. He teased unreleased songs, melodies no one had ever heard before. He mixed them into his classics, weaving together a story that fans are still trying to piece together. Some say he previewed material from his upcoming album. Others claim he hinted at a brand new era of Bruno Mars, something darker, bolder, and more cinematic than anything he's done before. And then, there was the collaboration rumor. Several fans swore they heard another voice layered into the tracks. An unmistakable sound that didn't belong to Bruno Mars or the Hooligans. Could it be another superstar, a hidden guest? Was Bruno Mars secretly working on a project so massive that it demanded total secrecy? Dolby Live became less of a concert hall and more of a testing ground, a laboratory where Bruno Mars was experimenting with sound, visuals, and ideas that the world wasn't supposed to see. Not yet. So, why the lockdown? Why the extreme secrecy? The answer lies in Bruno Mars' philosophy. Unlike many artists today, Bruno Mars isn't satisfied with just streaming numbers or viral moments. He wants control over his art. He wants his music, his performance, his legacy to be revealed on his terms, not through a shaky phone video on Twitter. This is the same Bruno Mars who once said he wanted people to feel his shows, not just watch them through a screen. To him, a concert isn't just entertainment, it's an escape, a world he builds for his fans to live in, if only for a night. And that night at Dolby Live, he built a world so fragile, so intimate, that letting a single clip leak online could have destroyed it. Think about that. Bruno Mars risked upsetting fans, risking headlines, risking criticism, all to protect his vision. That's how much this night meant to him. When the show ended and fans walked out into the neon glow of the Las Vegas Strip, they felt different. Some were confused, even frustrated that they had nothing to show for the night. No videos, no photos, just memories. But many more felt honored, like they had been part of something historic, something no one else could ever truly understand, unless they were inside those locked doors. Social media exploded with speculation. People demanded to know what Bruno Mars had done, what he had shown, what he was hiding. And yet, no one could answer. Those who were there could only describe feelings, emotions, fragments of sound. The rest of the world was left with nothing but questions. And isn't that the point? Bruno Mars turned the tables. In an age of oversharing, he gave us something we couldn't have. He created scarcity. He created legend. So, what really happened inside Dolby Live that night? Was it a test for a new world tour? A secret album launch? A collaboration so shocking that Bruno Mars couldn't risk a single leak? Or was it something even bigger, an artistic statement that Bruno Mars is ready to redefine what live music means in 2025 and beyond? One thing is clear, Bruno Mars is playing a different game. While the world chases trends, he's creating experiences. While everyone else fights for attention online, he's building moments you can't capture, moments you have to live. And that, more than anything, is why Bruno Mars remains one of the greatest performers of our time. Because he understands that true magic can't be recorded, it has to be felt. As days turned into weeks, the mystery of Bruno Mars' secret Dolby Live concert only grew stronger. Fans who had been inside the venue started to realize the power of what they had witnessed. Without phones, without distractions, they had been forced to live in the moment, completely present with Bruno Mars. And for many, that night felt almost spiritual. They described the performance not just as music, but as an experience that touched something deeper inside them. It was raw, vulnerable, and electric all at once. Whispers began to circulate online. Some insiders claimed that Bruno Mars had performed snippets of songs so different from his usual style that they barely recognized him. Instead of the smooth funk and retro-inspired grooves fans knew so well, there were darker tones, cinematic strings, and haunting melodies that felt like Bruno Mars was stepping into entirely new territory. If true, this could signal a creative reinvention, a transformation that only an artist of Bruno Mars' caliber could dare to attempt. What do you think Bruno Mars was hiding at Dolby Live? Was it new music, a shocking collaboration, or something even crazier? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to hit subscribe, smash that like button, share this video with your friends, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next big story.